Hi, this is Leo. In this video, we will talk about the second chapter of the solid modeling basic engineering feature. And in this chapter, I will show you how to create an engineering feature such as a fillet chamfer, draft, and etc. So now let's get started. In the first, I would like to show you fillet and chamfer. So as we know, in the mechanical design, time to time we need to create a fillet and chamfer feature. So now let's see the first one, fillet. So in ZW3D, we provide 4 fillet types: fillet, ellipse fillet, loop fillet, and the vertex fillet. And also we provide versatile options to control the fillet result. Okay, here I list 6 of them. So let's see the first one. The first one is about the variable radius. In ZW3D, you can define the changeable radius in different places, as you can see in the below image. Okay, and the second one is partial fillet. Here you can see we can break the fillet in a certain point when create the fillet for a whole edge. Okay, and the second one is search for undercut. So if there are already existing features, so you can choose to ignore or to override the existing features, and you can also see in the below image. Okay, and the fourth option is hold line, which means you can control the border of the fillet by a hold line. Okay, and the next option is relief. So you can define the relief of the fillet. Okay, and the last one is hold fillet to edge. So sometimes if the fillet radius reaches the next edge, so you can check on this option to continue the creation, or it will fail. Okay, and for chamfer, the options are similar to fillet. Okay, now let's move over to ZW3D to show you more details. Okay, now I will use this case to show you how to create fillet. First, we click fillet, and then here you can see ZW3D provides 4 basic fillet types. The first one is simple to understand, just a fillet, a cylinder fillet, and the second one is ellipse fillet. So here you can make a elliptical fillet by define the radius and also the angle, and also you can define a symmetrical fillet, like a bigger radius here and a smaller fillet here, something like that. Okay, and the third one is about a loop fillet, which means you can select a face to define its fillet. Okay, and the last one is about a vertex fillet, which means you can create a fillet feature by a single vertex, something like that. Okay. So now let's see the first one, because normally we use the first one at the most, right? Okay. Now I'll show you more options for the fillet. The first option I would like to show you is the multi-ready fillet, which means you can create fillet for multi edges with different ready. Okay, like I'll show you here. Like for these two edges, I want the fillet to be 10, and then we click this little arrow to add it to the list. And then we can continue. We can select more edges here, like this one or this one. And then we define a smaller or bigger radius here. And then we can click OK. Now you can see we have created fillet with different radi. Okay. Now we hide this one. And then I would like to show you more options in the fillet command. The first one I would like to show you is the hold line here. So for example, here we define an edge, and then we define the fillet radius. Okay. And meanwhile, if we want the fillet to be controlled by this line, then we can use the hold line option. We just select the hold line. Then you can see the fillet will follow the hold line. Okay. Now this is the result. And the next one I would like to show you is about the variable radius fillet, like here. Here we would like to add fillet for the 3 edges. But if we want the radius be different in different position, so we can do as below. We select this edge, and we define a location here, and we define the radius. Like we make it 7, and we add it to the list. And then we define the second point, and we'll make a smaller radius and add it to the list. And then we make another point and then make it a bigger one, like 8.5, and add it to the list. Now we click OK. Now you can see the result. It's a variable radius fillet feature. Okay. And the next option I would like to show you is the partial fillet. For example, here we would like to make a fillet in this edge. Okay, make the fillet radius as 3. And if we want to make the fillet stop at this middle point, so we can use this one, stop short of corner. We define the edge and the middle point, and we can flip the direction. Okay, and here you can see the result will be partial fillet. Okay, and the next option I would like to show you is we fold this one. It's the relief. Okay, we use this one to show you the relief of the fillet. For example, we would like to make a fillet for these 3 edges, like this. So by default, the result is no relief. So if we change the relief distance, you can see the result will change as well. Like we'll make it 20. Now you can see the result. It will be like this. This is the fillet relief. Okay. And the next option I would like to show you is about the hold fillet to edge option. So like in this case, we select these 2 edges, and then we we make the radius bigger and bigger and bigger, and when the radius reach the top side, you can see it will gone. The preview will gone, and if you click OK, you can see the command will fail. So if you want to continue to make the fillet, you need to check this feature. So you need to check this option, hold fillet to edge. Then you can continue to make the radius bigger and bigger. Okay. So, and the next option I would like to show you is search for undercut. So here we can see there are already some slots here. So if we want to make a fillet in this edge, now you can see the fillet will override the existing slot features. So if we want to keep the slot features, we can check this option. Search for undercut. Then you can see the fillet will not overwrite the existing feature. Okay, now we can click OK to see the result. Okay. Okay, this is the common used options of the fillet. And the next, let's see the chamfer feature. We can make a new part and we'll make a block here, and I'll show you the chamfer feature very quickly because most of the options are similar. Okay, chamfer, and for chamfer we have 3 chamfer types. This one is the common chamfer, which means you can create a symmetrical chamfer feature. And there's another one is asymmetrical chamfer. Here you can make a symmetrical chamfer by a distance and an angle, and also you can make it just 2 different chamfer distance like this. Now you can see the result. And the last one is make a chamfer for the vertex, something like that. Okay, and the other options are similar to the fillet, so we will not repeatedly to show you. Okay. The next feature I would like to show you is draft. In ZW3D, we provide 3 draft methods, and with various options, you can make draft feature as needed. Okay, and in ZW3D, we have 3 basic draft methods, which is draft by edge, draft by face, and draft by parting edge. And below form, you can see the applicational cases and the differences. Now let's see the first one, edge. So now you can see for draft by edge, the draft geometry can be edge and curve, including a parting curve. Okay, and there's no stationary. Okay, and for the face draft, you can see the draft geometry is one face or multi-faces. Okay, and there is a stationary plane or surfaces in the face draft method. Okay, and the third one is parting edge draft, and here you can see in this one the draft geometry can only be edge, and there is a stationary geometry. And there are some settings in the draft command. The first one I would like to show you is the draft types. So first, in the edge draft, you can see we have 2 basic types, symmetric and asymmetric draft, which means you can draft in both sides with same angle or different angles. Okay, and for the second is about the face draft. So in the face draft, we have three draft types: stationary, symmetric, stationary, asymmetric, and stationary and parting. Totally three draft types, and you can see the cases in the below screenshots. And later I will show you in the software. And there are more draft settings. And the most important one is about the draft side control. So in the edge and face draft methods, we can control the draft results by adjusting the draft side. For example, we can make it top, which means we only draft the top side, and we will leave along the bottom side. And for the bottom side is on the contrary with the top side. Okay, and for the split, it will draft both sides in the same direction based on the stationary edge or face. And for the neutral option, which means it will draft both sides in opposite directions based on the stationary edge or face. Okay, now let's move over to the software to show you more details. Okay, now let's see the three methods one by one. First, draft by edge. And here you can see for draft by edge, we have two draft types, symmetric and asymmetric. Okay, for symmetric, it's simple to understand. We just select the edges to draft. Here we select the edge loop. Okay, and the angle we make it 15. So here you can see we have a draft side to control the result. And for top, you can see it will only draft the top side. For bottom, it's on the contrary, only draft the bottom side. And for split, it will draft both sides in the same direction. Okay, and for the neutral, it will draft in different direction. Okay, this for the symmetric draft. And for symmetric draft, actually it's also easy to understand. You can draft both sides with different angles. Here we make it split. Here you can see we can make it different angle, even different direction to draft for both sides. Okay, this is the result. And the second draft method is about draft by face. So here I will use these two cases to show you draft and draft by face. So for draft by face, there are three types: stationary, symmetric, stationary, asymmetric, and stationary and parting. Okay, now let's see the first one, stationary, symmetric. So first we need to define a stationary face. Here we use this one as a stationary face. Then we define the draft faces. And here you can see actually the draft faces can be different angles. Like for this face, we make the angle as 3 degrees, and then we add it to the list. And for this angle, and for this face, we make the angle as we make it bigger 10. Okay, then we add it to the list. And okay, now you can see the result. Different face with different angles. Okay. And for the second one, stationary asymmetric, I think we do not need to introduce one more time. It's similar to the edge draft. Okay, here I'll show you the third draft type. It's stationary and parting, which means you need to define a stationary face and also a parting face or multi-parting faces like this. And then we select the draft face. For example, we need these two faces to be draft, and the angle we make it like 5 degree. Now you can see it will draft these two faces with 5 degree and stop at these parting faces. Okay, now we can see the result. It will not draft the faces below. Okay. Now let's see the third draft method. It's draft by parting edge. So in this one, we also need a stationary plan. Like here, we use this one as the stationary plan. And then we define the parting edge. This one, and this one. And then we can define the parting angle like 7 degree. And then we can click OK to see the result. Now you can see it will be like this. So these three methods will applied for different scenarios. You can use it accordingly. Okay.